Now, here is a negative space, wherever you saw one. I mean, really is negative, isn't it? It's an underpass. And of course, this part of Edinburgh is full of this kind of negativity, isn't it? It's inviting graffiti. You cannot say it's one of the world's greatest examples of man-made space. But here you see it translated into, for me, pure paint. Again, it's the use of paint that overwhelms me. It just matters to me that it has a certain powerful message. The most important thing is the way the paint is applied. Because the reality is, just like a good piece of writing or a piece of poetry, has to be each individual mark, the control by the artist of applying that stuff to the canvas. Now, the best of the artworks that you're going to look at in here, it will take you about 5 hours to go around this show, at least. The best of them are a kind of defense of the business of making art. And I'd like to say that this is a common sight, mother and child, in an alien environment. Then your mind takes off, and you start thinking, what are they doing? Is she taking that child to school? Or taking the child away from the nearest Tesco? What's she doing? Well, actually, what she's doing, for me, is revealing the extraordinary relationship between a mother and son, in this case. Classic. In a way, I define it as a sacred relationship. Now, that's a horrifying space, but it has become beautiful because of the composition and the recognition of the play of light, sunlight on these walls. So what was a banal piece of architecture, or non-architecture, has become a space where you are looking at a form of theatre. Anyway, it's enough for me to know that in confronting something like that, or the portrait by Joyce, or any of the works that blew my mind away, because I thought, how could an exhibition with such a high standard not be seen by the thousands of people who are coming to look at all the other exhibitions? So we've got to do something about it. And I love this building. I love your theatre, and I love this exhibition space. And I'm thinking of Councillor Elizabeth McGuinness, who was a great friend of mine. And I'm thinking how next year, when I'll have to be facing the fact, if I'm still alive, that I'll have an 80th birthday, I'm going to have to consider how I bring this space into an exhibition which will be at the National Gallery on the mountain. It will be celebrating my 80th birthday. Now, I want to put in it the dimensions and the reality of this space. It will give me a chance to do it, because I'm physically here, taking seriously the work of artists who are normally left out of the running. Now, most exhibitions representing this part of Edinburgh, or any other part of Edinburgh which is not about the well-funded central area, do not aspire to this standard. So it's a kind of mystery to me that it's as good as it is. There's something in the air, and I congratulate all those who have kept the flag of the People's Festival flying. Because under the aegis of that, we are able to enjoy an exhibition as good as anything you're going to come across. I doubt if the Arts Council have been here, is that right? I think it'd be a black mark if they ever stepped through the door. I don't think anybody in authority has been here, but I am absolutely honoured and delighted to be here. I mean, this is the most remarkable thing. Absolutely extraordinary. A normal doll's head. suddenly becomes something about the plight of children in this day and age. And how I can possibly explain away the understanding, the profound understanding that Billy Lanham has for the world of the Aboriginal people of Australia. Anyway, I'd like to go around all of them, but I don't think there is time. And I think the warmth in the air today makes it impossible for any coming indoors when you're down, so I go back to the wall for being in this room. But I would urge you all to come back as often as possible to bring you here. It's a remarkable exhibition. I mean, I can't say I would like to go around every single one. I'm staring at an image of Padre Pio, and I wonder how he has managed to use his considerable power to become part of your experience in North Edinburgh. He's one of my favourite human beings of the 20th century. You know about Padre Pio, don't you? The extraordinary stigmatic who had the wounds of Christ on his body and who had an extraordinary following in Italy. Well, while I was young, it was perfectly well known that Padre Pio was one of the most important people imaginable. And anyone who would go to confession to him were taking great risk, because he'd tell you exactly what you were about to say. He would explain what your weaknesses were and how you should not worry too much about them and try to do better. Now, all of these works are a triumph of the human spirit dealing with the difficulty of being alive now. I think they're a response to the stupidity and banality of the 10 o'clock news, or breakfast television, of all these funny games. If you spend your time looking at this, any of these, you are refreshing your soul and your intelligence and recovering from the agony of watching television. As those who don't have a television said, "Oh my God, I'm very sure." Wonderful. But I'd just like to say thank you, and I'm now going to give the prizes, and it gives me great pleasure to do so. And I hope that most of the artists who've been awarded prizes are in this room. So here I go.